everyone. This is Ava with Stitching in the Interlake. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Down there is Miss Lily Bell, my sidekick. Outside is Jonah, because I just put him out. I started a load of laundry. So if you hear that agitation noise, you know what that is. Thank you so much, everybody, for sending me your prayers and good wishes. Because, as you know, I've been sick since about, I would guess, Wednesday. I got my first jab on Tuesday, and I just tanked. So, yesterday I was still having problems. I couldn't stitch worth beans. Today I am finally better. So again, welcome to my channel. I am located in the Interlake region of Manitoba in Canada. And so I come from a distinctly Western Canadian feel. Even though I wasn't born here, I was born in Ontario, Southern Ontario. And, but yeah, you know. So anyways, welcome to you all. I noticed that Natalia and also Laura from Stitching with Laura were talking about the European town printed cross stitch. Now, I had this in my collection since way back when, since about 2010, 2011, somewhere around in there. And now everybody's just finding it, but I've had it. I've always been wanting to do it, but I never have. And so this is European Town, if you don't know. Okay. And it's quite big. It's 2 meters wide or long, and 45 centimeters in height. Okay. And it's quite a large piece. And this is the pattern here. And there are 65 colors in this. Now, this happens to be an 11 count. At the time when I got this, there was only an 11 count available. Since then, there have been Joy Sunday or others have put out a 14 count. So I asked Laura, because she was wanting this, if it would be that we could exchange, so that I would give her my 11 count, and it's a Joy Sunday, as you can see, and she would then just give me a 14 count, because I prefer the 14 count. And I'm not going to take it all apart because it is so big, but just know that this is just, it's not a full cross stitch, so it's not complete. There are 7, perhaps 8 houses if you look at it. So, yeah. I think I should start this, but not until after I move. Well, Laura's got to send me hers. And so these are the threads. So there's those ones. Then there's, let me get my hand in there. There's those ones. And there's those. Now, I know seeing it on my video isn't like seeing it in person. And there's that. Okay, and then one more. Oh, yep. Just a minute here. Come on, get out of there. Is that it? Well, just suffice it to say, those are the others. It's hung up here, so lots and lots of beautiful colors. And look at the extras. Lots of extras. Lots. So as you can see, this was done at a time when these yellow packets were the way that things were done. So, Laura, please look for it coming in the mail soon. I don't know exactly when. I'm hoping to mail it out on Tuesday. We were chatting yesterday, and I was looking through my bins, and do you think I could find it? Couldn't find it. And of course, when I can't find what I am looking for, I become extremely frustrated and flustered. And I was getting that way. And God bless her, she was telling me, just take some deep breaths. Just go. So thank you, Laura, for that. So look for me doing this at some point in the future. Okay, so just know that European Town has been out for a very long time. And I loved it as soon as I saw it. But again, it was an 11 count. And as you know, for me, I prefer 14. You know, while I can still work on a 14, right? So, yeah. But, yeah, it's like everybody now is so gaga and goo-goo over it. And I've had it for all these years. So, I did show it earlier in my channel. I didn't review it. But just know it's extremely long. And lots of back stitching. But I like those houses and any kind of scene like that. The other one that's really nice is the one, it's called Lilliput's, I think, or Lilliput's. I think it's Lilliput's. And there's a whole village on the Lilliput's. And I don't have that. And I remember seeing it years ago. And I don't know if they have it as one village in one cross stitch, or if it is that you have to get all the smaller, you know, individual pictures. So we'll see. We'll see. I may just take a boo. I can't afford to buy anything now. No. I don't know when I'm picking Susie up, and that's going to cost me $500 deductible. And then, of course, then I have to save up to, or try and get my bills caught up a bit more to pay for my move. So it's, yeah, it's a precarious situation. So anyway, I am working on, yes, I'm back to working on, there's Father Christmas, okay? And this is him right here, and this is his beard. But I'm working on this light blue in here. And that is done in 415. Okay. And it's kind of a blue-gray, which is typical for winter here. It's typical for winter. It's that gray sky and hint of blue in there and that. So just a minute. Yeah, so I'm enjoying this again. Oh, I just was so sick. And thank you so much for your patience. Um, but 6 days will come to each and every one of us. And can't do anything about that. And I'm just glad that I'm feeling better. But I'm not going to, for me, I'm not going to take the second one. Because I believe I had it in January 2020. And I believe that I have natural immunity. And now I have this acquired immunity of the shot. So to me, like, that's enough. That is enough. To you, it may not be. You know, that you want to take the, second, third, and even 4 shots now they're recommending for certain people. And it's like, no way. No way. So I find it's a personal choice. And what I don't like about this whole friggin' mess is that I am being forced against my will to take something. It's just like if somebody came up to you and said, and you're not one to drink alcohol, okay? Or say you are a recovering alcoholic and someone comes along and forces you to drink alcohol, totally against your will, right? And you have to take that for whatever reason. I think you get pretty miffed, right? But, oh well. Oh well. So, yeah. So what's everybody else stitching today? It's a beautiful Sunday here today. It's the 17th of October, 2021. And it's supposed to get to a high of 17 degrees today. We may go a little higher. So, but I have my leggings on today. So, I decided, I think I'd better. So, and I slept better last night. Lily Bell was awake, and so was Jonah at about 3:30. So I put them outside, and we all got back into bed, and we slept until 5:30. And I find 5:30 acceptable. Do I wish it was a little bit longer? Yes, of course. But it is what it is. So, alrighty. So, now what I'm going to do, work on here. But, yeah, not much else is happening. It's just a quiet day. And, it's just, I got to see what's on maybe Netflix or Prime. The last thing I really watched was the Squid Game. And if you haven't watched it yet, I would really suggest you go and watch it. Because it really is pretty good. You know. Now, it is a Korean movie. And they do speak Korean in there. And you can either get it with English subtitles or that you get it with English where it's been dubbed and the subtitles, or you can get it with just English. And so I wasn't up to reading subtitles, so I just had it dubbed in English, and it was pretty good. At the end, there was, I think, the last two episodes, 8 and 9. I think it was 8 and 9. They had some English actors, and so they spoke in English because you could see how their mouths moved. They had masks on, but you could see how their mouths moved. And I'm talking masks this way, okay? If you watch it, it's pretty good. And I also watched the sitcom Ghosts, and it's very good too. I went and looked it up, and like in Canada, it's on CTV. I think it's CTV, or is it Global? It's one of them. Anyways, it's not on CBC. I think it's CTV. So I watched it on the To Go app, and oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's good. So if you haven't watched that, I would suggest you go and watch, because it really is. It's funny. It's funny. And it's about this couple who she inherits this old Victorian house. They never show it from the outside, but they, and so they go in there, and there's all these ghosts, and some are the relatives of who were living in there. You know, like they used to own it, 100 and some odd years ago. They were the residents there. So, anyway, but they have ghosts from different time periods, and how they're all in league with each other. I mean, like, it's just, there's a guy, he's a ghost, and he was a stockbroker, and I guess he died, because they show up in how they died. He had a shirt and a coat on, but no pants. So he died with his pants down. So they haven't explored that yet, so I don't know how it is. There's an Aboriginal man. There is somebody from the 1700s. There's the Victorian lady. There's a lady from the 60s. There's another lady from the 1920s, flapper. I mean, it's hilarious. It really is. I really like that. And I happen to like it more than Schitt's Creek. And this is much more down my alley, because it's so funny. And she can see the ghost, but he can't. And it's just funny, so please check it out. And yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm watching today. I did watch a program yesterday. I guess it was on History or something like that. But it was In Search of Aliens with Giorgio Tsoukalos. He's an ancient alien theorist. Like, if you've ever heard of Eric von Däniken, that's how I cut my teeth on his books and that. And of course, my father had it all in German, so I read it in German. And I mean, it was tough anyways for 12-year-old to slog through that. But it was even worse because it was in German, so they had a lot of technical words that I wasn't, as a 12-year-old, familiar with. So, but yeah, and eventually later on I did read it in English. And I've read Zecharia Sitchin, and he was a leading authority on the Sumerian texts. And that's where the Anunnaki and the giants and I hear the bus going next door. My son is taking it to storage, so he's just warming it up to take it. So yeah, so I won't see it now until next year sometime. And but otherwise, not much else. No. Yeah. But I like watching these ancient aliens and In Search of Aliens and things like that, because I don't believe that God would just make us humans. You know, I mean, maybe they're humanoid creatures, but in the whole vastness of just the universe that we can see, there are millions and millions and millions of Earth-like planets. But who says that they have to have oxygen? Maybe they breathe nitrogen or sulfur or hydrogen, whatever. It's it's we think with our two-dimensional minds, right? Sometimes three-dimensional, but it's there's a lot more out there than what we can see and what we've discovered yet. So on that note, peeps, it's 24 minutes and I'm going to let you go. So may you have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. God bless you, each and every one of you. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. And God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and for commenting and for your prayers. I pray for you all each and every day. So thank you again. And I'll see you tomorrow, peeps. Yes, yes, yes. For more stitching with Stitching in the Interlake. Toodle-oodles. God bless you. Bye.